Hello everyone, so today I am going to teach you golden points from the cell injury chapter. So we will discuss some of the important points from the cell injury chapter which can be asked in a MCQ or as a short question. So first one is adaptation are the early reversible change in response to the abnormal change in the environment or the stress. And there are four types of such adaptation, cellular adaptation, right? Atrophy, then hypertrophy, then hyperplasia and metaplasia, right? And if adaptation fail, if injury is somewhat severe, then cell injury will occur. And hypoxia is the most common cause of cell injury and the death. The most common cause of hypoxia is ischemia, that is lack of blood supply. Earliest change in the cell injury is a cellular swelling, which is the earliest change, which can be seen in this diagram. Alright, so now if cell injury is progressive, if injury is severe, then irreversible cell death can occur, and one of such pattern is necrosis. The most common type of necrosis is a coagulative necrosis. Granulomatous inflammation, tuberculosis is an example of caseous necrosis. Coagulative necrosis, seen in the solid organs like that of heart, kidney and the spleen, right? The ninth important point in the cell injury is that in all mammalians, the major mechanism of the apoptosis is a mitochondrial pathway. Apoptosis is another form of cell death. Barret esophagus is an example of intestinal type of metaplasia, right? Metaplasia means replacement of one epithelium by another epithelium, right? So that is the metaplasia. There are three peculiar nuclear change observed in the irreversible cell injury, that is the pycnosis, karyohexis and the karyolysis. That are the three nuclear change commonly observed in cell death. Brain abscess is an example of liquefactive necrosis, which is due to the hydrolytic enzyme of lysosomal enzyme. Liquefactive necrosis is seen due to the lysosomal enzyme action, right? The 15th point is that in acute pancreatitis, fat necrosis is seen. In a vasculitis, fibrinoid type of necrosis is observed. See, these are the type of necrosis, yeah, right? Ischemic coagulative necrosis is known by the name infarction. See, this is the triangular infarction in the given diagram, right? So it's a ischemia-induced coagulative necrosis, that is infarction. Alright, in apoptosis, cell shrinkage is seen instead of cell swelling. And caspase 8 and 10 is involved in extrinsic pathway, and the caspase 9 is involved in intrinsic pathway of apoptosis. There are two pathways of apoptosis, right, which is mediated by different caspases. Electrophoresis will show a step ladder pattern in the apoptosis due to DNA breakdown. See, here you can observe a step ladder pattern of electrophoresis in apoptosis, right? 21st point is that anti-apoptotic genes are BCL2 and MCLX. BCL2 and BCLX, right? And MCL1. BCL2, MCL1 and BCLXL are the anti-apoptotic gene. The von Koza and the alizarin red are the spatial stain used for the calcium. Spatial stain for the melanin is Mason-Fontana stain. A marker of autophagy is LC3. Last point is that most common site for the metastatic calcification is lungs, and that is followed by kidney. That are common site of metastatic calcification. So that's all about the 25 golden points from the cell injury. Thank you very much.